Peace. This is Mujahid72 on YouTube and also known as El Mu Tut Amun. I'm going to do a podcast show about my uh, thoughts about pop locking and as it relates to breaking and my experiences. Yeah, uh, with dance. Yeah, it started for me way back in the 70s. Um, we were doing more like the robot, the James Brown or the Michael Jackson back in the 70s. And with the emergence of hip hop, the first hip hop song I ever heard, which was actually the first recorded hip hop song, was the Sugar Hill Gang song. Um, the first one. Um, and yeah, so then around the 80s, with the movie, with the Wild Style movie, with Breaking and Electric Boogaloo and the Beat Street films, that's when we start seeing a different style, a little bit of a difference of the style with the dancing. And as I got older, as of I started doing a lot of breaking and popping when I was 12 years old. But as I got older, right now, well, I'll say I'm in my 40s. I'll say exactly 46. But the last couple of years, I've been doing a lot of study on the history of these different dancing styles, and I came to find out that the pop locking was from the West Coast, and the breaking was mainly from the East and the West Coast also too. But yeah, it was very interesting to find that out. And in New York, they had their different styles. Like they got this particular style, what some people said was top rocking or up rocking, but the elders and the OGs say no, this is rock dancing. So I just found out the style called rock dancing. It looks like top rocking, like you get ready to do the little move before you start doing the breaking move, but you doing it you're doing it straight off on you're standing still. You might dip, you do like a dip and then come back up or whatever, but it's mainly on it's a type of dance that you just doing it. You do different. You can do different type of combinations, but you're standing still and moving your body, rocking your body, in a certain manner. But yeah, studying the different styles and the history, learning the history has been very profound for me. Learning and still learning, still practicing. I might not be able to do a lot of moves like I did when I was 12 years old, but I still got it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we embarking on the journey of learning more and studying the history as it relates to the music and the culture. And I think that's kind of lacking now in the days in the new generation of music. And I'm not gonna try to say, well, you're trying to come down on the young generation. No, it's certain things lacking. Uh, yeah, they make some pretty decent beats, but some of the lyrical content ain't the same now. It's a different type of lyrical. Now, with exception of a few people like um, J. Cole's will be one, Kendrick Lamar, and a handful of others. They putting it down still lyrically, but they bridging the gap between the young and the old generation. But back then, coming from my generation, we had timeless music, timeless artists. Rakim, EPMD, Step the Sonnet, and the list goes on and on and on. In the hip hop genre. Edge Clan, Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teacher, more of your conscious lyrics in the hip hop music. But now it's totally different now. It's like it's still the remnants of the old, but it's like it's a whole nother subculture now. I wouldn't necessarily call it hip hop. I call it the new stuff more like rap. Well, I don't even call it rap. I call it something. It should have its own category for me. But no diss to nobody. But you know, and a lot of people say, "Oh, y'all the older generation. Y'all got to get into the new times and all that." But I believe you can if you can bridge the gap between the young and the old, where you can take some elements of the old and bridge with the younger generation and show a totality. I think it could be done, you know. But if like to me, a lot of the stuff now it's watered down type of music. The vibration is watered down. The energy is kind of watered down, you know. So we have to have a higher vibration, a higher elevation, and I feel that there could be a bridge the gap between the old and the new culture or the new generation. But yeah, but I'm so in nostalgia listen to the old music and the dancing styles and seeing the derivative of you know the West Coast with the popping and locking and their style of breaking, and the East Coast with their particular style of breakdancing. And the two coasts create a powerful element to the culture. You got to give both sides credit, even though they try to pit the West against the East and all that. But in all true retrospect, it's a beautiful thing to see the totality of two sides, two coasts, West Coast and East Coast, bridging the gap with the music. And yeah, it's a wonderful thing. But just and it's now looking at now around the world, you have people in China and Japan and Korea, and they are embracing the pure essence of the hip hop culture and the five elements, you know. And I don't feel like they are basically trying to perpetrate. I think they honestly, I feel that they are trying to tap into an essence of that old school kind of flavor, and to me, they really uh, immerse themselves into the culture and they feel it. And to me, it's not they're not faking it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just my opinion. But like I said, I see it in Russia and different a lot of places you never thought that you would see breaking and pop locking and dancing and stuff. People in Russia and Japan, China, and Korea. And I watched a lot of these dance videos and these competitions. And man, we used to do battling competitions when we were kids on the playground. We weren't getting uh, cash rewards for it. We were just doing it because for me, it was something to keep me out of trouble. We had little gangs in school too, but that I think too was the essence to keep the gang violence down by the dance battles. The dance battles. That was a way to keep the gang type of activity by the different gang members breaking and pop locking and whatnot as a mechanism to not kill one another or hurt each other. And by doing competitions and probably winning trophies, and now you got the cash rewards and different things and different bigger competitions. But yeah, and back in the day, it was all for the love of the art per se. And not to say that the battles ain't for the love of the art, because I see good in that too, still. But back in the day when people weren't getting paid for stuff, people were doing it on the corners and on the playgrounds, and they were doing their thing. And it's a beautiful thing to see that around the world that people have embraced breakdancing and pop locking and different styles of hip hop dancing, and it's a wonderful thing. And I still do it, and I never claim to be the best, but I never claim to be the worst either. You know what I'm saying? You got to give yourself credit where credit's due, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's gonna keep growing. And I just found out too that the breaking is going to be in the new Olympics, the upcoming Summer Olympics is going to be breakdancing is going to be in the upcoming Summer Olympics. So look out for that, y'all. Hip hop and breaking and popping is going to make a stands in the upcoming Olympics, international. So that's going to be very interesting. So yeah, as the culture grows and develops, and the different styles of dance, and that's the beautiful thing with the different styles of dance. You could come up with so many different styles and different flavors and mix it all together and make something very beautiful. Well, I'm going to end it for right now. If you like my videos or you like my this podcast, please check out my YouTube channel, Mujahid72 on YouTube, Mujahid MUJAHID 72 on YouTube, and check out my videos, some of my dance videos and whatnot, and my food reviews and product reviews and whatnot. And I hope everybody has a decent day, evening, or night. And we'll do this again sometime soon. Peace and blessings to everybody. I'm out. Peace.